day, you know. And so what we're seeing is a lot of people taking these things here, and I want to just tell you, I want to ask you a question actually. Have you ever eaten a rock before?
Not recently, Katie, but I have an awful feeling you're going to tell me that I have. Is that what this guy's doing here?
Do you see this big old rock here?
Yes, I'm scared.
Well, let me tell you, what a lot of these supplements are made from are chalk.
Chalk.
Beautiful, beautiful shells. See these shells here? Beautiful shells. I think they should be left where they you know, on the beach, quite frankly. And then we have rocks, we have shells, we've got bones, sugars, molds, you know, citric acid, you know, I mean, actually carbonate comes from chalk and it comes from rocks and things like that. And we're thinking that it's good, but see, these plants, they can take these hard inert minerals and create an amazing plant that pulls out the calcium, the magnesium, the phosphorus, the potassium, the selenium, and all these different nutrients, the vitamin C, and pulls it up into a plant that, guess what, Michael? It speaks the exact same language as our bodies. It's like the puzzle fits. And we don't have to worry about whether we're going to have maladaptive reactions. We don't have to worry if we're going to get things building up on our body, because whatever's going in there, these foods actually like pre-digest it for us and make it very assimilable for our body. We are able to assimilate it very well. As a matter of fact, we can, you know, these things here, the rocks and the shells and the other things that we're talking about, the absorption rate is very low. I mean, 8%, 20%, maybe up to 22% or whatever. But would you rather ingest a rock or would you rather ingest this when the absorption rate is anywhere from 40 to 64% or higher, according to Purdue University, Cornell University, all these wonderful studies that we have to tell you that, listen, what we've been doing for the last 40, 50 years is causing these bones to just be riddled with holes, and we are crumbling as a nation. You know, we really have to understand that by taking 1,500 milligrams of a rock or a stone or a shell or a chalk is not necessarily our best answer, because we are building the wrong type of bone. We want to build a bone that just snaps like that. You know, chalk is not a good stable bone, I can tell you that, and especially when you don't have the other minerals. I want to tell you how important a mineral is. This was from a doctor who's very, very popular, very famous actually, and he talks all about vitamin secrets in his book, and he talks about, I'll never forget how fast Pete recovered. He came to our clinic with very severe arrhythmia. That's like your heart's irregular heartbeat, which can be fatal. Did you know that? I didn't know. I mean, I didn't realize that. His heartbeat was jumping all over the place. At any moment, his heart might have stopped. If he'd gone elsewhere, they may have given him drugs, crossed their fingers, and watched him die. But we administered a common mineral, magnesium. This is what I'm talking about. We are having such unbelievable mineral and nutrient deficiencies in this country, and we have no idea that, you know, we think that every time we take a pill, you know, a prescription drug or just a supplement, that it's going to solve the problem. But that may not necessarily be the case.
Katie, obviously the solution is to eat live food and not dead food.
Yes, exactly.
Have I really been eating shells and chalk and rocks?
Exactly. You have been. If you've been taking supplements, you probably have, because there's not many out there that are whole food.
Katie, 1 second there, just let the folks know. I don't know what I've been eating the last few years, but Katie is going to be giving away her book, The Truth About Calcium, absolutely free. Now, the best way to get hold of that book is to call the toll-free number, 888 456 1597. 888 456 1597 to get this book. Now, this is Katie's gift to you out there. Get it for your dad, your grandmother, the kids need it, get it for the guy up the road, but you all need this. Hang in there with this one. We're going to get a lot of people calling this because it's free. Call that number. Do not be a statistic. Half the US population has osteoporosis or bone loss. This is serious stuff. Katie, again, great to have you here today.
Thank you.
If I could just draw your attention to the book for 1 second.
Yes, that would be
There was a
great.
quote on the front of the book, which the folks at home will read, scared me to the core. And I quote, if I may, I consider the marketing of imbalanced calcium supplementation to be a major marketing scandal. The failure to appreciate the complex relationship between bone strength and hardening of the arteries continues to contribute to thousands of preventable bone fractures, heart attacks, and leads to premature deaths. Katie, that's